The family is facing challenges in a changing world that needs a strong advocate. Momma E has been a trusted voice for many years, bringing wisdom and understanding to the dynamics of relationships and the joys of marriage. Join us and experience the simple and practical advice that can help improve your relationships and marriages with Momma E.
Get ready for an exciting and informative show about marriage that tackles some edgy topics.
Hi there, this is Momma E again. Thank you once again for joining us for our discussion on some of the things that come up in relationships and marriages. I've got my co-host back. I know you all missed her as much as I did. I waited for her, and she had time today to join us in our discussion. So, Miss Marcy, I want the world to know how much I appreciate your input. So what we try to do, Marcy presents maybe from a single person's perspective. And of course, I can kind of join in with was married, is married, going to be married. So that today we're going to talk a little bit about money honesty. I thought that it was really interesting as we read through some of the topics. So we're going to get right into our discussion. I understand that recent polls have discovered that the most common deception among married individuals involved money. Wow. Couples should always be honest about money matters. Each person needs to be completely clear on what money is individually owned and free to be saved or spent at each person's discretion. So we're going to get into discussion of money. And I want what our discussion today is just to kind of cause you to think about matters. You might not be dealing with them now, but just in case they come up down the road. So I'm going to read the first one, the first situation, Marcy, and then I want you to chime in. Okay, so your partner asked for money for half of the phone bill. It's now due. You have the money, but you're saving it to spend over the weekend. You have four options. We're going to give you four options. Number one, you say that you don't have a dime. B, you give him or her the money to pay your share of the phone bill. C, you get angry over how the bill seems to be getting out of control. Or D, you wait until next month's paycheck to pay the bill plus any overdue charges. Take it away, Marcy.
I think having that discussion definitely is important. Mm-hmm. And I think even if I see number one or A says that to pretty much lie, well, it may not be a lie because you may not have a lie.
Okay.
Just saying that. But I think that if you're honest and you're saying that you don't have any money and that's the truth, then that's the truth. But if you're just saying it to get out of paying a bill, I think that's a little dishonest.
Okay.
B, I think when it says give him or her the money to pay your share of the bill, that your share. So hopefully that was already discussed prior to.
Right.
Where it gives an opportunity to know that I have a share to pay.
Right.
And I wasn't expecting you to pay the whole thing.
Suppose our agreement is that I pay the light bill and you pay the phone bill.
Okay.
The phone bill is all of your responsibility. So now if I say I can give you half of it. Okay, so am I honest? Maybe I'm honest that I don't have all of it. Or am I just going to play crazy? Like I didn't know I was supposed to pay all of it? What if the agreement is that I would pay the entire bill?
Then it would be up to you to pay the entire bill. Now, of course, if we need help, of course, we're going to communicate the fact that I need help.
Right.
But if I just need help because I'm going to hang out with my friends later. And but you can say that as well.
Yes.
But I think if it's my responsibility or your responsibility fully, when you pay it, unless it's going to cause inconvenience on someone else, it's your responsibility.
Right.
So make sure that you take care of that responsibility.
Right. Okay. And that's the honest part.
Yes.
That I'm going to do what I committed to do. All right. C option, get angry over how the bill seems to be getting out of control. Now, that's common. I bring up something and it's touchy because I either don't have the money, don't want to give the money for that. So now we just change the subject. And now the issue isn't the phone bill.
Right. So we're deflecting.
Oh, good word. Yes.
So we off the phone bill. Now I'm mad about something else.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And you always do that.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
every time it's time for you to do so and so, you know, you don't do it. And it's not my fault the bill went up because you made a bunch of calls that took you over the minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. So am I honest then when I deflect?
No, because you're hiding something to me. That's my opinion, that at that point you're hiding something else. Because instead of saying, well, I actually spent the money and I don't have it right now, now I'm mad because it has increased. You know, now that you're asking me about it, you know, so there's a lot of areas I think that is covering up.
So why am I angry with you, or why am I taking out my anger?
Because you brought it up.
Oh.
Why you asking me about the bill?
Okay.
I got the bill.
Okay.
It ain't get turned off but twice this year.
Yeah.
And we're in March.
In January and February.
Right. We're just in March. It's back on.
Even though I know that's not our topic for today, but it's one that's common.
Yes.
You know, that what I do then is deflect over, so I'll get your mind off of what we really were talking about. And let's talk about the fact that the bill keeps going up. That could really be the case when we talk about utility bills or even the mortgage at the house. You know, the mortgage is supposed to be this, but it's now $200 more because the property taxes went up.
But I think that's another conversation.
Yeah.
Because things change. You know, a lot of times, even if we put things in place and we said, this is your responsibility, we have to come back to the table to say, hey, this has changed.
Do you think that that's perhaps part of the problem is that we don't communicate often enough? We don't communicate when there is a change. So consequently, the budget that we worked out before, it's changed. Yes. Property taxes caused it to go up. Yes. And perhaps we'll talk later about why we might be reluctant to bring up the fact that now we each have to put in more. Okay, but I'm going to try to stay on task. Okay, so the C was to get angry over how the bill seems to be going up. D was wait until next month's paycheck to pay the bill plus any overdue charges.
So I think with that, if that's your responsibility and you want to pay the overdue charges, I shouldn't be mad at that.
Okay.
Because those you're over. I mean, it may be coming out. So I guess initially when you said having everybody's pot. No, so I'm single.
Okay.
So my pot is just my pot.
Okay.
Ain't nobody else contributing to the pot. But if you have a pot and then so I'm getting married or engaged to be married or in a have gotten married.
Right.
And then we've discussed, you know, what that pot looks like, then that's different.
So if our understanding is that you're responsible for it, however you choose to pay it, if it doesn't affect me, I should not be upset about it.
That's my opinion.
Okay.
As long as it's paid.
Okay.
Then
unless
it's causing harm in another way.
Okay.
You may be pulling it from the kids' fund.
Okay. Okay.
You know, but if it's coming out of your money and you decide you want to wait and you have those overdue charges with the pot of money that we designate as yours, then I can't say anything about those overage.
Okay.
I think, and because we're talking about a single person's household, you have the option to do that. Yes.
When, though, you change to Mrs. So-and-so, and how you used to pay your bills, perhaps now either has changed or should change. Now you handle things differently. Or he perhaps, let's say it this way, he would like for you to handle things. He's a stickler about paying late fees. And because he is that way, now that you all have come together, are you going to say to him, I'll then do things that ways that please you? Or am I going to continue because for 30 years, this is how I did it?
And I think that me saying that I'm going to transition to the way you do it is dishonest.
Okay.
Because I've been doing it for 30 years.
Okay.
I've been doing it for as many years as, I've been doing it. So I can't just automatically, and for me to say that I'm going to transition to your way, it's not going to be honest.
If you know that you're not?
It
Plan
may
to?
be I want to, but because I've been doing it this way for so long,
Right.
I can't automatically go because I may not even know.
Okay.
So I'm going to have to pay attention. If I want to transition, I'm gonna have to learn what your way is.
Right.
We're gonna have to have that conversation. If you're better with money, then I may just need to let that pot stay and you handle all of that. But if I'm going, if that's what I've been doing,
right.
And if it's a problem, that it definitely needs to be discussed. I'm not saying because I've been doing this way for so long that it's right.
Okay.
It's just how I've been doing it.
Right.
And I don't know no other way because if I did, I probably would have transitioned by now.
So do you think, again, I'm a stickler on motives. Is his reason for saying, I don't like the way you do it, how do we tell the difference between control, manipulation, which are not good, or just somebody who wants the best for us? And the way you've been doing it, that extra $20, say if you're late 3 times a year, then 3 times the $20 late fee could have gone in the savings, could have gone towards vacation, whatever. If his motive is pure and he comes to you and he says, I think, if you would let me handle this, we could see a difference in our savings. What do you think? Now, you've got to decide now your attitude towards him making the suggestion. Because I think that's what happens a lot when one becomes two. We didn't always do things the same way. And I might get annoyed because after all, I'm grown.
Right.
And we kind of reach back to, you don't tell me what to do. What we're trying to do is try to make a smooth transition between the one of us
to the two of us.
To the two of us.
Well, the two of us becoming the one of us.
Right. And when the Lord told us to do that, I'm sure he knew that this would be the kind of discussions we would have, so.
Or we should have.
Oh, now see, we're getting there because one of the other questions I think really brings up the fact that we don't always.
Yeah.
And we just, I don't want to say keep it a secret, we just do what we do. And sometimes we hide how we do it.
And so to answer what you mentioned initially, depending on how it's done, if it's to be manipulative or to be controlling, then definitely wrong motive and you will probably get a pushback.
Okay.
But if your intentions are pure and you're saying what you said, now we could put this towards the savings and use this for a trip later on. But if we keep paying these overage, even if we go on a trip, then we'll have less money to spend. Then it causes me to make a it makes it well let me kind of learn because I want that extra cushion when we go. So it will help me to either say help me to put in, some reminders or, something, share with me how you were able to, be on task with paying it on time, that kind of thing, as opposed to me just, I'm 2 months behind and now I need to pay it with the overage. So it depends on the way that it's presented.
And I think that if in fact the purpose is if in fact this is a person who just feels like he ought to be in control, you'll see it come out in other ways.
Okay.
And I think if your motive was to just make sure we all are okay, then I'm willing to put this in the pot and you take care of it. But if down the line I see other ways in which you think you ought to do it, maybe then the motives are not pure. Okay, we'll move on. Okay, scenario number 2. You're having drinks or dinner with friends you haven't seen in a while. The check arrives. You say, this round's on me. B, you calculate each person's tab, including tax and tip. C, leave before anyone asks for money. Or D, do you divide the bill equally by the number of people at the table? Now, is there a pro or con to each of these? Do you see any reason why one of these is better than the other?
For pros and cons, I think even with A where it says this round is on me, if you're able to afford it and you're saying this round is on me, then by all means, let the round be on you.
Okay.
But if you're saying it just to impress or again, this is friends, so you haven't seen it in a while. If you have it, then by all means.
Okay.
If you don't say that it's on you.
Okay.
Because that would be, unfair because afterwards, there's a lot of friend discussions that happen, especially when you have multiple groups.
Okay.
And so some may talk more than others.
All right.
And so afterwards, if you're saying that, he or she didn't have it,
right,
and then she's saying that it's on her,
right,
we may have let her pay it or him pay it, but we knew that person really did not have it.
And what's even worse, suppose last week you borrowed $15 from me.
And now this round is on you.
And now the round is on you. Now we ought to understand why I feel some kind of way. Because you still didn't pay me back my 15.
Right.
And if you got money to pay for the whole round, then pay me my 15 first.
Right. Let's start there.
Right. And sometimes I do believe that our motive has to do with appearances.
Yes.
And we just want to be careful. And if, in fact, we become two, now the money for the whole round came out of the house. And if your spouse is sitting there looking at you, there's going to be a fight on the way home.
Right.
Because we both know. Okay.
We could not afford that.
We could not afford that.
And again, I think it goes back to that conversation. So even on the way going, all right, now we know we're going to hang out with some friends.
Right.
We still have some bills that have not been paid.
Right.
So we're not going to be able to foot the bill.
Right. Yes.
We only have our bill.
And because I know you.
Right.
And you're capable of saying that. And again, not maliciously.
Right.
You haven't seen them in a long time. I miss them. Great. But because we're two becoming one, and we both know what's happening at the house, so we're going to be mindful.
So that ride going home is going to be uncomfortable.
Yes.
Had we had the conversation
I like
going.
The way that's phrased. Right.
And then, you decide you want to do that anyway. And we have already had this discussion. Then that's going to be a little bit touchy.
Yes. I like her.
But I think the conversation going and
we
as a reminder and not just be mad on the way going back when you haven't even had that conversation.
Exactly.
Because I think that's what happens.
Okay.
I don't think you purposely say, I'm going to do this. But I think that if that's a pattern and you think that it could happen, I think already having that conversation again can at least help that situation going home.
Right.
That
so
two become one.
We want to just reminisce over what a great time we had.
And not be mad about
for
the money you just spent on everybody at the table that we didn't have.
And I was thinking earlier also that sometimes God uses other people to bless us.
Yes.
If it's God, great. So we'll give them a chance to say no. When they offer, to say, oh, no, you don't have to do that. And then he comes back with, no, I want to. Okay, then I'm going to let you do it.
Right.
Okay.
And I think we've all had that time where, we have gone out with somebody else and we felt, okay, I'll take, because they always ask for the most part.
Right.
Is it going to be individual or is it,
exactly.
Or is one person.
One ticket, right.
Yes. So I think it gives you that option at that particular time, but as the two, becoming one, I think that's a conversation.
We need
so
to
we
talk
won't
about
be
it.
uncomfortable going home.
I'm going to use that. Okay, option 2, calculate each person's tab, including tax and tip. Now, I think perhaps this is the one that will eliminate
Yes.
trouble.
Yes.
All right. If everybody at the table pays their own bill plus the tax and the tip, then, there's no discussion about it. These two made a decision that, I'm going to take care of my wife's and mine. But all of that boils down to, did we talk about it?
Yes.
Does everybody know what's expected?
Yes.
Sometimes I think we might be misled when we think that the person that invited us intended to pay.
Ooh.
If they say, "Girl, let's go to wherever tonight after work," and you think "let's go" means I'm taking you right. So again, we need to be clear on how we gonna handle this. Maybe if I say to her, "We're gonna have to wait till Friday because I don't have it right now,"
and then I say, "Oh, I got you."
Yeah, right.
And that's different.
Right.
Yeah.
So again, conversation.
But I think that's good because you didn't assume that person was going to pay for it.
Exactly.
You took it upon yourself to say, "Hey, I don't have it right now, but Friday will be a better day."
Right.
And then that other person had the opportunity to say, "Oh no, I have it."
Yeah, right.
So I like
now
that.
We're clear.
Yes.
We're clear. But somebody's got to open their mouth.
Yes.
Somebody say something.
Yeah, and
don't
not
just
like you say under the assumption.
Because I brought my lunch. And so I had planned to go to the right. Option 3, you leave before anybody asks for money. Now, we're just going to believe that none of our viewing audience gets up like they go into the bathroom.
I certainly hope not.
And go. So we won't read about
unless you
them.
just ordered water.
Okay.
Then you're free to leave. If you ordered anything other than water, then we need you to take care of your time.
Right. Don't.
Do not leave.
Well,
go to the restaurant.
Maybe then to our viewers, watch anybody at the table who's ordering water. They gonna probably go. All right, before the benediction. All right. Option 4D, divide the bill equally by the number of people at the table. Now, I've got mixed feelings. Tell me how you feel about dividing the bill.
Well, I think because everybody, so the Bible says, and it is taking a look out of context just a little bit. You know how it says, what's purposed in your heart?
Yeah.
A lot of times we know what we can afford, what we can do. So you know what was purposed in your heart. If I was invited out and I wanted to hang out with my friends, but I know I really didn't have enough money to do that, then I'm going to purpose in my heart that I may order appetizer.
Right.
I may go on the menu, on the website and see what the menu is and order something that I know that I can afford.
Predetermined.
Right.
Okay.
So I don't want to split that whole bill.
Right.
Because I can't afford everything else.
Right.
So if y'all order appetizers and you say I could have some, I wasn't going to order appetizer because I knew I couldn't afford one.
Okay.
So I had already purposed in my heart what I was going to. I was going to order this and I was going to drink some water.
Right.
Today's show was truly one of a kind.
I didn't want to spend $5
but it's still
for
focused on addressing controversial topics to support the importance of marriage. If you have enjoyed similar programming, we kindly ask you to reach out to us through email, inbox messages, or phone calls. The ministry of Momma E thrives thanks to partners and friends like yourself. We can't wait to see you again next week at the same time and on the same channel.
Are you looking for ways to improve your business, increase your performance, or make your ministry more visible? Look no further. We recommend our Branding Extreme package from Chrome Media Group. This package includes everything you need, from website development to business card design and even setting up e-commerce for payment processing. We can also help you with commercials and other promotional materials. It's an all-in-one package that is affordable and fast. If you're interested in a lighter option, we also offer a branding light proposal that includes commercials and photo shoots to present you in a digital format. If you're in ministry and want to start a morning broadcast, we have special group pricing available. Don't miss out on these amazing opportunities during our Black Friday weekend. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call at 1-877-517-4346 or email us at sales@chromemediagroup.info.
Join us for the Prayer Summit 2023, a special one-day event on December 15th from 7 to 8:30 p.m. It's a gathering for prayer warriors from all denominations, led by Pastor Earl Matthews and the New Horizon Church. Together, we will come together to pray and seek spiritual guidance. It's an opportunity to connect with the divine and make a positive impact on America. Don't miss out on this amazing experience.
Are you in search of a sanctuary for your precious little ones? Look no further. At Harvest Time Christian Academy, we offer the ideal haven. Our passionate team, comprised of both devoted educators and compassionate caregivers, is well-versed in both biblical teachings and academic excellence. From the tiniest cherubs to curious toddlers, we are here to deeply enrich your child's life. Reach out to us today for further details. Rest assured, we provide flexible pricing options and a daycare experience that is imbued with nothing but warmth and affection. Together, let's create a nurturing environment for your little miracles to thrive.
Are you feeling hopeless and stuck in a difficult situation? If so, I have a suggestion for you. Sometimes we need a bit of divine intervention to help us out. One way to seek divine intervention is through prayer. However, I understand that praying on your own can be challenging or overwhelming. That's why I want to introduce you to the 10-year-plus Hospital Church Morning Prayer Line. We have witnessed incredible miracles, such as people who were on the verge of death being healed, marriages being restored, children transformed, businesses flourishing, and relationships being rekindled. It's a great way to start your day. The prayer line is available every morning from Monday to Saturday, starting at 7 a.m. until 7:30 a.m. Simply dial 904-299-7241 to share your prayer request, and our devoted saints will begin praying for you. It's a powerful experience that can bring about positive change in your life.
Welcome to the Inspired Network mobile app. To get started, simply on your iPhone or iPad, open the App Store app. Then, touch the magnifying glass labeled Search Type, the Inspired Network, in the search bar and hit Return. Look for the app and tap the Get button to download it for free. Once the download is complete, open the app by double-clicking the side button. You can also tap the Open button after installation. To access the app in the future, simply tap the app's icon on your home screen and find the app's icon. Join us now on the Inspired Network and unlock a world of inspiration.
Hello, Queen. You know, someone once said life is 10% what happens to you and 90% of how you respond to it. Have you had some issues that you just maybe needed to discuss, or some things that you would want to share with someone but didn't have a place or a platform? The green room, the green room, the green room. The green room is that place where women come to share their ideas, their do's, their don'ts, their always, their nevers, their lessons learned. I'm inviting you to tune in every week to the green room. It's our place. The truth of the matter is, we all have greatness inside of us. You just need a little help to bring it out. It's me, Michelle G. Meet me in the green room.
Step into the vibrant world of the NAACP Community Voice Podcast, where passion and conversation collide every Monday night at 8 o'clock. Imagine immersing yourself in the thought-provoking discussions on the Inspired Television Network, or tuning in effortlessly via Roku, Amazon Fire Stick, and our captivating social media platforms. Circle this date on your calendar as we invite you to embark on a journey of connection and empowerment. Together, let's dive into the heart of the matters that truly resonate with our community. Get ready to ignite your voice and make a difference.
Are you ready to kickstart your own online show? Have you always dreamed of broadcasting to the world on Facebook? Well, Inspired Television Networks has an exciting offer just for podcasters like you. Imagine having your show recorded in our state-of-the-art studios and broadcasted to over 50 million homes worldwide. And the best part? It's available at an unbelievably low price of just $350. This is truly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So, join the revolution and become a part of our network today. Don't wait. Give us a call now because we're actively